Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my exercise program. I'm Catherine. I'm coming to you from the City Hall, courtesy of the Mayor of Apopka and his wonderful IT team. And I've got to tell you, the hardest part of this pandemic is being away from all of my friends. You're like family. So I was racking my brain to see how it might be that I might be able to see you, even though we're separated. So I remembered back in the day of Romper Room. I know some of you remember Romper Room, where the lady at the end, she held up her magic mirror and she was able to see everybody who had been watching her. So I did some research and I found this magic mirror. Now, it may not look like a magic mirror to you, but believe me, there's magic in there. So if we all concentrate really hard, and if I can remember what she used to say, romper, bumper, stomper, do, tell me, do. Magic mirror, tell me, I pray, are all my friends tuned in today? Oh, let's see. Still a little cloudy, but it's getting clear, it's getting clear. Ah, now I can see. Why, there's Kathy and Alma, and let's see, over there I see Bill and Linda, and over on this side I see Nadine. Oh, and there's Frank, Minette, and hi, Mr. Eric, and Loretta, and Carmen, and oh, I see Iris, and I see Mary, and Mary. And I see Patricia and Patrice and Patsy over on that side, and way in the back I see Sandy and Peggy and Carol, and oh wow, it's great to see all of you. And let's see, over there I see Mignon and Jim, and there's Melva and David and Melba as well, and Nancy, and oh, I wish I had time to name everybody, but I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad you're here with me today. So what we're going to do today is work primarily on our hands. We're going to do our hand exercises, because you know our hands, we depend on them for so much, and a lot of times they get neglected. So what we're going to need today, aside from your chair, a nice comfortable chair that doesn't move around, preferably one without arms. And please make sure that you have proper footwear on your feet. Even though we're sitting down, you should still have good support for your feet. And make sure that the area around your chair is safe. There's nothing that you can accidentally knock over or step on. And give yourself enough room for your arms so you won't knock anything down. So we're going to need today our 2 sheets of paper. 2 ordinary sheets of paper, newspaper, and 1 pencil, preferably without a point, or you could use a pen that has a cap on it, just so you won't have anything that will accidentally stick you. So that's all we need for our hands. And of course, please make sure you have your water, because it's important to stay hydrated. Remember, I told you the 4 keys of healthy living, especially in times of stress like this, is the exercise. And I'm glad that you're joining me here today so we can take care of that piece. And in addition to that is good nutrition, sufficient sleep, and reduction of the chronic stress. So please keep all of those in mind and practice all of those on a daily basis to make sure you stay healthy and keep your immune system strong. Okay, so let's do a little warm-up before we get going, primarily for our arms. We're going to take a deep breath in, raising the arms up. Blow it out. And again, deep breath. And blow it out. Good, and let's just take the arms straight ahead. We're going to pull them back like we're rowing a boat. Grab and pull, grab and pull, grab and pull. See, I'm opening and closing my hands as I'm grabbing and pulling. And let's keep the arms straight out like that, twist them. over and under like you're opening and closing a doorknob. And then let's just scissor them in front. Good. Shake everything out. We're going to open and close the fist nice and easy. Bring the thumb to the outside. And wiggle all 10 fingers. Take the palms up, palms down. Up, down, up, down. And let's circle the wrists. First we go one way, and then we go the other way. Good. And shake everything out. Very good. So let's start by taking one sheet of paper. We're going to put it right in the middle of our right palm. Okay? And now we're going to curl all the fingers around, and we're going to work that sheet of paper into a nice tight ball inside your fist. Make sure you use the pinky as well. Get all 5 fingers working on this. Scrunching it down nice and tight. And when you can't see any more paper peeking through, hold up that hand. Okay, that's all right. I'll wait for you. Keep working on it. Keep working. I see more hands going up. And we're almost there. I'll give you a couple more seconds. Don't give up. You can do it. There you go. Excellent. Let's see. Every hand up. 100%. Okay. Very good. So now we're going to do the other hand. Now what I don't want to see anybody doing is sneakily taking the rolled up piece and putting it in your other hand. None of that. We're going to put the rolled up piece down. Take the second sheet of paper, put it in the middle of your left palm, and now we're going to curl the fingers around and work that into a ball. Now make sure you use it, all the fingers, including the pinky. The pinky is your weakest finger because it really doesn't get much work compared to the other 4. So you want to make sure and use all the fingers. Get that piece of paper down into a nice tight ball so you can't see anything, and hold that hand up. Okay, hands going up all over. Okay, I'll give you a couple more seconds. I think we've got everybody now. Okay, excellent. Very good. Okay, let's put the other piece of paper down. Just lay it to the side for the moment. Shake those hands out again. Now what we're going to do our joint flexion exercises. So we want to sit, and remember, while you're doing the hands, you're still maintaining proper posture. Sitting up nice and tall with the feet flat on the floor. Okay, bring those shoulders back. You can hold the hands just about chest level. Don't have to hold it very high. Palms are facing each other. Fingers are together. So right now we're starting with a completely straight forearm. We're going to bend just at the wrist joint, bending it forward. And anyone who has any wrist issues, carpal tunnel or anything like that, remember, whatever exercises you do with your wrist, be very gentle with it, and if it causes you any pain or numbness, tingling, any of that kind of thing, then just pass over this particular phase of the exercise. So we have, the wrists are bent, the wrists are flexed, all the other joints in your hands are straight. So you've got a nice flat back of your hand. And raise it up, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, straighten, bend, and straighten. Good. Now we're going to move up to the first set of knuckles. First set of knuckles here, the first joints. Keeping the wrist straight this time, we're going to bend just the first set of knuckles. The rest of the fingers are straight. And straighten it up and bend. Now you notice the tips of my fingers, they're pointing straight at each other. Everything else is straight except those first set of knuckles. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. Straighten. Bend. And straighten. Good. Okay, we're going to move on up now to the second set of knuckles. All right, this is going to be a little more difficult to control. We just want to bend from the second set of knuckles. So see, the wrists are straight. The first set of knuckles are straight. The second set of knuckles are where the bend is. And then beyond that is also straight. And straighten. And bend. Notice the fingertips are still just facing each other. No fingernails yet. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. Good. Okay. So we're going to bend the next set, the last set of knuckles. It's a little difficult to bend on its own, so we're going to make what I call a bear claw. So this is how it looks from the back. The wrists are straight, the first set of knuckles are straight, the second set of knuckles are bent, and the last set of knuckles right behind the fingernails are also bent. But as you can see from the front, you still can't see the fingernails, just the fingertips. This is the bear claw. And straighten, stretch those fingers out as much as you can, and bend. Just the fingertips, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten. Now one more time, we're going to bend into the bear claw. Notice just the fingertips are showing, and we're going to bend that last set of knuckles down. So now you can see the fingernails. So we've got a nice bend. You can see the fingernails. This is what I call the cat's claw. And straighten. And bend all the way down till the fingernails are being seen. That's the cat's claw. Ow! You can make the sound effects too if that helps. And straighten. And bend. Ow! And straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. Last time. And straighten. Good, very good. Let's shake that out. Okay, you can take a sip of water if you'd like before we move on to the next set of exercises. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do our fingertip touch. What we want to do, we'll do both hands together. We'll do touching the tip of the thumb to the tip of each finger in turn. So we're going to start with the tip of the thumb touching the tip of the index finger. Make a nice little circle. Nice circle here. Now you want to make sure you're touching the very tip. So your fingernails should actually be in contact. You don't want to touch just the pads like this and make an oval. You want to make sure you're making a circle by touching the very tip. And then open, stretch it really far, and bend. Touching just the tip. We're doing the thumb and the index finger. Open and close. And open and touch. And open and touch. And open and touch. Now we're going to move to the thumb and the middle finger. Thumb and middle finger. Just the tip. Make that nice circle. And open and touch. And open and touch. And open and touch. Open and touch. Good. Moving along, we're going to use the thumb and the tip of the ring finger, fourth finger. So it's open and touch. Thumb and fourth finger. Open and touch. Just the tip. Open and touch. And open and touch. And open and touch. Open and touch. Now we're going to move to the thumb and the pinky. Open, touching the thumb and the pinky. Open and touch. And open and touch. Open and touch. Open and touch. Open and touch. Very good. Shake those hands out. Okay, let's clasp the fingers together. Turn the palms forward. Let's stretch it. Give it a stretch here. Turn the palms around. Give it a stretch. And a shake. Good. Open and close. Now we can pick up our pencil or pen, if you have a pen that has a cap on it, or a pencil, preferably one without a point. If you're using a pencil with a point, just be a little careful that you don't stick yourself. Okay, let's work with the left hand first. We're going to place the pencil right on the pad of the thumb and place the index finger on top. Now there are two ways you can do this. You can hold the pencil in a horizontal manner, like this, or you can hold it vertically, like this. Either way works just as well. So position it according to your own preference. What we want to do is to roll this pencil all the way from the tip of one finger, roll it all the way to the tip of the other finger. Rolling from tip to tip, all the way back and forth. Regardless of how you hold it, it's the same thing. So just keep rolling back and forth. If you drop your pencil, that's okay. Just pick it up and jump back in there. Rolling it back and forth. And it doesn't have to be a fast roll. If you find that you keep better control by rolling it slowly, then do it slowly. Okay, so now we're going to move on. The pencil stays on the thumb. The thumb is in all of these exercises. We're going to move now to the middle finger. Okay. Hold the pencil between the pads of both, and now we're going to roll it from tip to tip. Roll it from tip to tip. Rolling it back and forth. Okay. That's good. I don't hear any pencils dropping, so that's a good sign. Just keep rolling it from tip to tip. Very good. Now we're moving on, the thumb and the ring finger. The closer you get to the side of your hand, the more difficult it's going to be because those fingers are weaker. and they don't have quite as much dexterity as your thumb and your other fingers. So this might be a little bit more difficult for most of us, but that's okay. It just means that you need to practice that more. Just roll it from tip to tip. Make any adjustments that you need. If you see the pencil starting to slide around, you can straighten it up. Just keep rolling from tip to tip, all the way from one to the other. Good. Okay, the last one is the thumb and the pinky. That's going to be the hardest because the pinky is sort of, it's weak and it's kind of difficult to control. Just keep rolling it from tip to tip. All the way. So we're working all the joints in our hands, all of these joints in the fingers. They need to be moved so that the joints can be lubricated and they can stay supple. Okay, so that's good for the left hand. Let's shake that out a bit. Now we're going to do the same thing on the right hand. Place the pencil on the pad of the thumb. Cover it with the pad of the index finger. You can hold it horizontally or vertically. And we're going to roll from tip to tip. And you may find that you do better with one hand than with the other. It may be easier with your dominant hand, and the non-dominant hand may be a little clumsier, for want of a better word. But that just means you have to practice more. So just keep rolling from tip to tip, back and forth. Good. Let's move now, thumb and the middle finger. Roll it back and forth, all the way to the tip, from one tip to the other. Okay, let's move on, the thumb and the ring finger. Keep rolling. Your joints are going to thank you when this is all over. Rolling back and forth, tip to tip. Good. And the last one is the thumb and the pinky. And we're rolling it back and forth. This is the hardest one. That pencil is going to want to twist around, but you can keep it under control. Okay, a few more. And that's it. And shake it out. Good. You can put the pencil down now. Let's open and close those hands. Shake them out. Okay. And take a sip of water. Okay, so now that we've exercised all the joints in our hands and our wrists, we're going to give ourselves a little massage. This is the reward for all that work. So just rub your hands together real fast. Create some friction and some heat. And we're going to start, let's work on the, we can work on whichever side you want, but I'm going to work on the right first. And you just want to massage the shoulder. And work your way down the upper arm, massaging that bicep area and triceps in the back. Okay, I'm going to run your thumb down the length of your upper arm, front and back. Good. And then just continue the massage around the elbow and work your way down the forearm. Nice gentle massage all the way to the wrist. You know, it's much nicer if you have somebody do this for you, but if you don't, you can always give yourself a massage and get the benefits. So we're going to massage into the base of the hand, the base of the palm, and you're also massaging the back of the hand at the same time. Keep working the entire palm, base of the thumb. Now you're going to massage each finger in turn. Massaging the thumb, moving to the index finger. Keep on moving, the next finger. Each finger gets its own turn. Don't forget the pinky. When you've massaged each finger, you're going to grab each one and just kind of loosely pull. Very gently, 2 or 3 times on each finger. Imagine that you're grabbing the stress and just pulling it off and throwing it away. Good. And shake out that hand. I'm going to do the same thing on the, I'm doing my left side, you just do the opposite side. Let's rub the hands together again to create a little bit more friction and heat. And starting at the shoulder, we're going to just rub, gently kneading that area all the way down the upper arm, front and back. And just run your thumb down the front where the bicep is, down the back for the tricep. Starting at the elbow, working your way toward your hand, gently massaging the muscles all the way down to the wrist. And the base of the palm. Let's do the entire palm. And then each finger. All the way from the base to the tip. Well, this is a nice thing to do in the evening or as you're getting ready to go to bed. Just kind of soak your hands in some warm water. When you dry them off, put a little lotion or baby oil on there to make it smooth and slick, and then do the same kind of massage. And right down to the pinky. And just shake that out. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. All right. Let's clasp the hands together, and we're going to stretch forward. Turn the palms toward you, stretch it out. Okay, now just focusing on the left hand, we're going to hold it straight out in front, fingers pointing forward. We're going to bend the wrists down. Remember, if you have any issues with your wrist, do this very gently. We're going to take the other hand, the left arm is extended. We're going to take the right hand to the back of the left hand and then pull it in gently toward you. You want to get a nice little stretch across the back of that wrist. Remember, you're pulling in gently, just want a little stretch. And I'm going to hold that for a few seconds. Now we're going to switch sides, holding out the right arm. We're going to bend the wrist down and taking your left hand to the back of the right hand, just pull it in gently toward you. Remember, the operative word is gently. Just want to get a little stretch. Okay, let's straighten up that hand again. This time, we're going to bend the wrist in the opposite direction. Like you're holding up here, it's a stop sign. Taking the fingers of your left hand now to the back of the fingers of the right hand and pull that gently toward you, just until you feel a little stretch right here at the wrist. We're going to hold that. And don't forget, anytime you're stretching, make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Nice, easy breath as you do this stretch. Good. And now, same thing on the left side. Arm is out straight. I'm going to bend that wrist back. Take the hand of the other arm. Press it in gently. You're pressing in on the fingers, gently. And taking some nice, deep, easy breaths as you do. Good. Okay. And shake everything out again. Now, your hand should be feeling really good at this point. So this is something you can do very easily on your own, once or twice a week. Give your hands a little extra TLC because they do so much for us. All right, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again next time. Take care.